They played the perfect TV family. But behind the smiles, their real lives held heartbreaking secrets, tragic illnesses, and battles no one saw coming. This is the true story of what happened after the cameras stopped rolling, and where the 7 stars we lost have finally been laid to rest. Dick Van Patten, the nation's gentle father. Dick Van Patten was born on December 9, 1928, in the Queensboro of New York City. His journey to becoming America's favorite TV dad, Tom Bradford, began when he was just a child actor on Broadway. By the time he took the role on 8 is Enough, he was a seasoned professional whose natural warmth made the fictional family feel wonderfully real. Off-screen, his life was a rare example of Hollywood stability. He was married to his wife, Patricia, for over 6 decades and was a proud father to 3 sons. His later years were challenged by type 2 diabetes, but he faced it with characteristic grace, even launching a successful pet food business driven by his love for animals. On June 23, 2015, at the age of 86, Dick Van Patten passed away from complications of diabetes in Santa Monica, California. The man who represented the ideal father to millions is laid to rest at Pierce Brothers Westwood Village Memorial Park and Mortuary in Los Angeles, a serene and star-studded cemetery that holds the remains of countless entertainment legends. Diana Hyland, the original mother, gone too soon. Diana Hyland was born on January 25, 1936, in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. An actress of remarkable depth, she had already won an Emmy for her performance in The Boy in the Plastic Bubble, when she was cast as the original Joan Bradford. She brought an instant radiant warmth to the role of the family matriarch, a performance that promised to be the heart of the series. Tragically, that promise was cut short. During the filming of the show's first season, Hyland was fighting a private and brutal battle against breast cancer. She managed to film only 4 episodes before her health forced her to leave. On March 27, 1977, at the heartbreakingly young age of 41, Diana Hyland passed away in Los Angeles. Her final episodes aired posthumously, a bittersweet tribute to her talent. She is buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in the Hollywood Hills, her gravesite overlooking the city where she briefly shone so brightly. Adam Rich, America's little brother, lost to struggle. Adam Rich was born on October 12, 1968, in Brooklyn, New York. With his iconic bowl haircut and expressive eyes, he became an instant icon as Nicholas Bradford, the youngest son, earning the enduring nickname America's Little Brother. The role made him one of the most famous child stars of the 1970s, but the transition to adulthood proved devastatingly difficult. The weight of early fame led to a lifelong struggle with depression and substance abuse. He was open about his battles, publicly celebrating periods of sobriety and advocating for others facing addiction. In a tragic turn, Adam Rich was found dead in his Los Angeles home on January 7, 2023. The medical examiner ruled his death at age 50 for an accidental fentanyl overdose. His passing sent a wave of grief through fans who remembered his childhood charm. In accordance with his family's desire for privacy, his remains were cremated, and the location of his ashes has not been publicly disclosed. Lani O'Grady, the private battle behind the confident sister. Lani O'Grady was born on October 2, 1954, in Walnut Creek, California. On screen as Mary Bradford, the responsible and sharp-witted oldest daughter, she projected an image of capable stability. Behind that facade, however, O'Grady waged a war against severe anxiety that began when she was just 18. She suffered from debilitating panic disorder and agoraphobia, conditions that made the pressures of Hollywood almost unbearable. In interviews, she spoke candidly about self-medicating with alcohol and pills to quiet the terror she felt daily. Despite checking into rehab and striving for recovery, the toll was too great. On September 25, 2001, at age 46, Lani O'Grady was found dead in her Valencia, California home. The coroner cited multiple drug intoxication. She was laid to rest at Oak Hill Memorial Park in San Jose, California, returned to the California soil near her family, far from the Hollywood glare that caused her so much pain. Don Matheson, from sci-fi hero to quiet patriarch. Don Matheson was born on August 5, 1929, in Dearborn, Michigan. While he guest starred on 8 is Enough as the reliable father Robert, he was already a hero to a different audience as machinist and adventurer Mark Wilson on the cult sci-fi series Land of the Giants. His rugged charm and authoritative presence made him a perfect fit for roles of strength and reliability. His personal life saw both joy and heartbreak. He was married to co-star Diana Hyland and was the father of actress Don Matheson. After a long career, Matheson faced a diagnosis of lung cancer. He passed away from the disease on June 29, 2014, in Woodland Hills, California, at the age of 84. True to his no-nonsense demeanor, he faced his illness with quiet courage. Don Matheson's final resting place is Oakwood Memorial Park Cemetery in Chatsworth, California. Michael Thoma, the Shakespearean scholar of prime time. Michael Thoma was born on December 4, 1926, in Detroit, Michigan. In his brief role as Principal Dorsey, he brought a learned, calming presence to the chaotic halls of the Bradford Kids' School. This gravitas came naturally, as Thoma was first and foremost a master of the stage. He was a core company member of the renowned Oregon Shakespeare Festival for years, where he brought classical texts to life with intelligence and passion. Television guest roles were a way to sustain himself, but his heart remained in the theater. His life and career were cut short on September 3, 1982, when he suffered a fatal heart attack in Los Angeles at the age of 55. Unlike many of his co-stars, Michael Thoma did not seek the Hollywood spotlight. His burial site is not a famous cemetery, but rather a private family-held plot, a final reflection of a man whose greatest work was done for the love of the art, not for fame. Dennis Patrick, the distinguished voice of authority. Dennis Patrick was born on March 14, 1918, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. With his silver hair and commanding baritone, he was the perfect choice to play authority figures like Senator Ned Atkins on 8 is Enough. However, he achieved his greatest fame as one of television's most memorable villains, the cunning and ruthless oil tycoon Von Leland on the global phenomenon Dallas. Patrick excelled at portraying sophisticated men of power, often with a dark edge. Away from the set, he led a remarkably private and dignified life, largely avoiding the Hollywood party scene. He enjoyed a long and prolific career that stretched from the early days of live TV into the 1990s. Dennis Patrick died of natural causes on October 13, 2002, in Los Angeles. He was 84 years old. He is buried at Holy Cross Cemetery in Culver City, California, his grave among those of many other Catholic entertainment industry figures. A quiet end for a man whose voice once commanded the attention of millions. Their laughter is preserved on tape, their faces frozen in the reruns of our memory. But their human stories of talent, triumph, pain, and peace have all reached their final chapter. From the iconic cemeteries of Los Angeles to private family plots, each has found a place of rest. They were actors who gave us the gift of a pretend family, and in doing so became real to us. We remember them not just for the characters they played, but for the lives they lived. If the Bradfords felt like your family, too, tell us which member you related to most in the comments. Honor their memory by liking this video, and subscribe for more heartfelt looks back at the stars who shaped our television history.